morning. Thank you. As just said, I'm Keith Carson. I like long walks on the beach, candlelit dinners, and bubble bath. Oh, sorry. Speed dating, sorry. Um, I'm a wedding officiant, and my company is Keith Carson Weddings. So, how did this happen? How did I go from a 25-year career as a law enforcement officer to Santa Claus, now in my 16th year and having just cut off about 5 inches of my beard? And I do Santa Claus for Radio City Music Hall for the Christmas Spectacular with the beautiful 80 Rockettes. To an ordained minister, interfaith minister, and wedding officiant. Kind of quite the journey. So basically, it started in 2015 when a couple, he was from Scotland, she was from the Philippines, were getting married, and they knew I was a Santa Claus portrayer, like my brother from another mother in the back, Joe. And they also knew that I was of Scottish heritage, and they were looking for somebody to combine both of those things in a typical Scottish style wedding with a group of Santas and Mrs. Clauses in attendance. Well, I can't tell you how much fun that was doing that very first wedding in Branson, Missouri, which also got me a free mini vacation. So once it was over, it got me thinking. I said, this is fun. I like doing this. I had a great time doing it. And I began to look for other opportunities to do weddings like this. And when I say like this, I mean theme weddings, not the traditional weddings that most people get married in. But I like theme weddings. They're just fun. And they're very memorable, and people really get into it. So I've done, over the years, I've done weddings as Santa Claus. The top picture there is the one from Branson, Missouri. I've done weddings as a pirate. Those are my all-time favorite weddings. By the way, why does a pirate carry a bar of soap? In case his ship sinks and he has to wash up on shore. Thank you. I'll be here for another 5 minutes. I've done weddings as a knight, as a Wild West Marshal, and pretty much any other character within reason. However, that all changed in 2020, like it did for many of us, when COVID hit. Radio City Music Hall canceled the show, and I lost 2/3 of my income as a result. So I needed to come up with some ways to make additional money to make up for that lost revenue. So I sat down and I realized, more couples are getting married in a more traditional wedding as opposed to getting dressed up like different characters. And that's when I launched Keith Carson Wedding. So when I was dealing with starting up a new business, a couple things happened. It was a new business in a somewhat unknown territory for me, an unknown area. I had only moved here about 3 years prior to starting this business. I also discovered that Florida was one of 4 states where a notary can marry you. And it's a little tough sometimes to compete when they, by law, can charge $30 and I'm charging a lot more, and I have to explain the difference. I also learned that 51% of weddings are officiated by a friend or family member. And I've heard all the horror stories as a result of those. I was up against established competitors in this market. And then, of course, I was trying to navigate running my own business. And then, of course, COVID, which caused a lot of postponement and cancellations of weddings over the years. So how did I react? How did I handle this? Well, I did some thorough market research right from the get-go on my competitors, on average rates, on venues and vendors, and a whole lot more. I didn't want to just jump into this thing without really knowing what I was doing. I'm one of those who believes in doing it right or not doing it at all. So in addition to doing my research, I chose the name, Keith Carson Weddings. Well, why? Because I like couples to know that I'm the name that stands behind that business. And I also didn't want people to say, what's the name of that guy from ABC Weddings? So my name is in the title. I wanted my logo to reflect that I was all inclusive. I see a lot of logos out there with a traditional bride and groom or a diamond ring and a wedding band. That doesn't say that you do same-sex weddings, and I do. And I went to work on marketing and getting listed in online directories and participating in bridal expos and posting on social media with creative ads. Anything from vow renewals to same-sex marriages to commitment ceremonies, theme weddings, and more. And most of that didn't cost me anything. And of course, I took the fast track program to help me with the business end of things. I began networking with other vendors like Julie and others. And I take pride in doing custom scripts. I don't do cookie cutter things. I believe in personal service and really standing out from the competition. I want a couple to feel that it's their special day. They only do it once. So I'm all inclusive. I believe that love is love. I'll marry anybody that's legally able to be married. And as I tell my customers, my clients, go ahead, ask me to marry you.
Great job, Keith. All right. Who has